All right now, picture this. You got Fit Sloth rolling into the gym at the speed of a Windows update. Eyes half closed. Energy level looking like it just woke up from a 14-hour nap. And somehow, this dude looks at a whole room full of skinny fat chaos and just sighs real slow. You know the type. T-shirt off and it is confusing. Arms kind of thin, belly kind of soft. No real shape anywhere, but somehow doing cardio like they training for the Olympics. In their head, the plan is simple. Burn more, eat less, move more, suffer more. Because obviously, if you just try harder, the body will magically fix itself right. Yeah, nah, that is not how this game works. See, the illusion here is thinking effort equals results. Skinny fat folks are out here doing a whole lot. Treadmill marathons, random YouTube workouts, light weights for 20 reps, sweating like they solving world hunger. But the body is just sitting there, like, cool story. Where's the signal to actually build muscle? Because muscle does not care about your suffering, it responds to tension, real tension. The kind where the last few reps feel like your soul is leaving your body. That is what we call mechanical tension. Basically telling your muscles, hey, you better adapt or we are gonna keep bullying you like this every week. Fit Sloth just scratches his belly and goes, you doing too. Much of the wrong stuff and not enough of the right stuff. You chasing calorie burn like it is some high score game, but you got zero system for progressive overload. That just means getting a little stronger over time. More weight, more reps, more control. Without that, your body has no reason to change. You just stay in the same tired version of yourself, but now with extra steps. So yeah, welcome to the reality check. Skinny fat is not a lack of effort problem. It is a lack of direction problem. You do not need more grind. You need better signals, and then just repeat that boring plan long enough. That is the lazy genius move. Do less nonsense. Do more of what actually works and let time do the heavy lifting. Say less, we slide into the next one. And yeah, this is where Fit Sloth really starts roasting. So you got folks thinking more is always better. More sets, more reps, more sweat, more pain. Basically turning every workout into a full-time job with no paycheck. Dude is in the gym doing 5 exercises per muscle, 4 sets each, 15 reps. Then hopping on cardio like they trying to escape their own bad decisions. Feels productive, right? Looks hardcore, right? But the body is just sitting there, like, cool, you done yet? Because none of this is forcing me to grow. Here is the problem. Most of that work is junk volume. That just means extra sets that do not create meaningful stimulus. They just add fatigue. Imagine trying to have a serious conversation in a loud, crowded room. That is your muscle trying to pick up a growth signal buried under all that useless effort. The only reps that really matter are the ones close to failure. Those last gritty reps where the weight slows down and your form starts negotiating with God. Those are your effective reps. The ones actually telling your body, hey, we need to upgrade. Skinny fat folks avoid that like it is taxes. They pick light weights, stop way too early, chase the burn instead of the challenge. So what happens? You burn some calories, sure, maybe lose a bit of weight, but you are not building muscle. So now you just become a smaller, softer version of the same body. That is not a transformation, that is a downgrade with extra effort. Fit Sloth just yawns and goes, you out here majoring in minor things. You do not need 10 exercises. You need a few movements done properly with real intensity. Push close to failure, control the weight, track your progress. That is how you send a clear signal. Everything else is just you cosplaying productivity. So yeah, more work is not the answer. Better work is. Cut the jump, keep the tension, and suddenly you're doing less but getting way more. That is the kind of laziness we respect around here. All right now, we hit that quick fix fantasy. The one everybody falls for because it sounds clean and responsible. So you got someone finally waking up saying, all right, I am gonna eat clean. Do some light workouts. Maybe throw in daily cardio. Keep it chill and healthy. Sounds smart, right? Fit Sloth just nods slow like, yeah, you bout to. Waste a whole lot of time in a very polite way. Here is what happens. You clean up your diet, drop calories, maybe start doing some full body workouts with light weights, Nothing too crazy because you do not want to get bulky, right? You add cardio on top just to speed things up. And sure, the scale goes down, clothes fit a bit looser. You feel like progress is happening. But then you look in the mirror and something is off. You are smaller, but still soft. Still no shape. Still no real muscle definition. That is because you solved half the problem and ignored the part that actually changes your physique. The issue is you are not giving your body a reason to hold on to or build muscle. Without enough intensity and without progressive overload, your body is like, all right, cool. We are in a deficit. Let me just lose whatever is easiest. And guess what is expensive to keep? Muscle. So now you are losing weight from everywhere, including the little muscle you had. That is why you end up looking like a deflated version of yourself instead of athletic. And then there is fatigue stacking up. Cardio every day, calorie deficit, random workouts, sleep kinda mid. You are draining your recovery, but not creating a strong growth signal. That is like trying to charge your phone while also running 10 heavy apps. Battery just stays low all the time. Fit Sloth just stretches and goes, this is why quick fixes feel good, but do not finish the job. You need a plan that tells your body, keep the muscle, build more of it while we slowly lose fat. Not just burn everything and hope for the best. So yeah, this approach is not useless. It is just incomplete. It gets you moving, but it does not get you there. All right, now, this is where Fit Sloth finally wakes up a little. Still lazy, still slow, but now he about to fix your whole situation with less effort than your current mess. So listen close. You do not need more workouts. You need better signals. And then just repeat them like a boring routine you never quit. First thing, we chase tension, not exhaustion. Pick a few big movements. Squats, presses, rows, hinges, the stuff that makes multiple muscles work together. You take those sets close to failure. Not sloppy, but honest. Where the last reps slow down and you gotta fight for them. That is mechanical tension. That is the signal your body actually listens to. Not the sweat, not the burn, the struggle against real load. Then progressive overload. And do not overcomplicate it. Each week you try to do a little more. Maybe one extra rep, maybe a bit more weight, maybe cleaner control. That is like telling your body, hey, last week was not enough. We upgrading. Without that, you just replaying the same level forever, wondering why the boss never shows up. Now keep the volume tight. You do not need 10 exercises. You need a handful done well. Because every extra useless set is fatigue. And fatigue is like background noise, killing your performance. Manage it so you can actually push hard when it counts. That is how you get more effective reps without living in the gym. Nutrition, yeah, keep it simple. Enough protein so your body has the bricks to build muscle. Small calorie deficit if you got fat to lose, not a crash diet. Because if you starve, your body will drop muscle faster than your motivation on leg day. Slow, steady recomposition wins here. And sleep, yeah, I know you hate hearing it, but this is where the magic actually happens. Training is the signal. Recovery is the construction. Skip sleep, and you basically sending blueprints to a construction site with no workers. Nothing gets built. Fit Sloth just shrugs and goes see how boring that is. That is why it works. Do a few things right. Do them consistently. Stop chasing hype. You want maximum results with minimum effort? This is it. Everything else is just you making life harder for no reason.